Hi traders, welcome. This is Elite Currency. My name is Chris. Today's view, of course, at the beginning of this week, taking a look at the euro dollar and pound dollar for the Sunday open and the Monday. All right, let's kick off this video with the pound dollar instead. Pound, as we said last week, probably going to go have another rangy week, and that's what happened. We had an open of the gap last week, falling price after that, but then there's pretty strong rebound, in fact, and price indeed staying within this larger sideways range. And basically, I think that could continue the range this week as well. That might last actually for quite a while. I think that pound dollar is pretty much stuck in this range. Eventually, price will break above resistance or below support. And that, of course, will be an important decision to make. If it does break above resistance, the uptrend can continue, the daily/weekly uptrend. And if it does break below support, then a bigger reversal finally could occur as well. So there are supporting facts for both directions. It really depends on the breakout. I'm basically measuring the breakout on a daily chart. And here's why. Because you have the uptrend basically visible on the daily chart. Look at this trend line connecting multiple bottoms and price respecting this support trend line. But you also have clear bearish momentum bringing price back to that trend line. So what we could see is if it does break below support, we could see this kind of ABC or perhaps even a 1, 2, 3 pattern emerge. In that case, we could put the fib from here to here, and price will most likely go at least to the -272 target, if not extend further down to these targets. All right, so what I'm looking for is basically a daily candle, bearish daily candle here, that breaks below the horizontal support or close to breaking it, but it has a good volatility in the candle. So the candle size is relatively pretty large, with a candle close near the low. That is my signal that a breakout is occurring to the downside, but also to the upside. But then, of course, looking for a bullish candle. Okay, so that's basically what I'll be looking for from a daily perspective. Bullish candle, strong bullish candle with a close near the high, or strong bearish candle with a close near the low. That's a break of this wedge, but or this sideways move, I should say. If it does break to the upside, then I would put a fib probably from here to here, like this. And you can see indeed 38.2 fib, nicely respected. And in that case, the upside break could take price up to that 140 round level. All right. But first, of course, we should aim for this top. Let's take a look now at lower time, or no, first a weekly time frame. In fact, very quickly, taking a look at this sideways move, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles now already basically within that one dominant candle. So a pretty substantial range at this moment. And maybe because of that, a bullish break starting to become a little bit more likely. Also look at these bullish candles here. They are kind of mitigating or making these 3 candles, bearish candles, less valuable. So considering the time spent at support, the bullish candles, this bearish candle is becoming a little bit less important, maybe kind of leaning towards an upside break, but basically both are still in play, of course. And I think that this week we could see maybe a little bit of dip and upside to retest that resistance. And we'll have to see if price breaks or still bounces and stays within this range. Taking a look at the 4-hour chart, you can see basically that price broke above the resistance levels, but didn't go too far before it hit a fib level. We could put a fib from here to here, and you can see it hit neatly that 78.6 fib. And it's a bit choppy. It's not easy to trade on these lower time frames, in my view. But the triangle did break to the upside. It's, at this moment, I think, a little bit difficult to trade. I think that if it does make kind of a hook back like this, there could be a bounce up to the 88.6 fib / top, which, again, could be actually a turning spot. If price gets to the top, or 88.6 fib, and there's a bull flag, there might be a breakout after that. All right. Alternatively, I think the most important is to look for momentum to the downside. If there is momentum to the downside like this and the bear flag, there could be a small fall to the downside. So it's not easy to trade. I don't see very simple solutions to trading on a lower time frame. What I see is a range. So basically, there could be, and we're in the middle of the range, so it's tricky. There could be a bounce to the top if it stays above support line, or a break to the bottom, basically. But not an easy trade to take. So that's my view on the pound dollar. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. All right, let's kick off with the 1 hour chart. First of all, you can see that price did retrace to that 50 fib at around 117.50. Also, of course, around psychological level, and the price bouncing at that level did take a couple of times. You see that price does not necessarily move away from a zone like that in just 1, 2, 3 candles. It does sometimes take its time, but it eventually moved away, broke above this resistance trend line, and made a little bit of a sprint to the upside. What I think is happening now, personally, is a little bit of a triangle here, as you can see, contracting triangle with the support. You can draw the resistance like this or extend it to that. I don't think it really matters that much. And you can see basically that we have some trend lines to work with. Let's take this one away now, and basically looking for breakout to the upside. If it does break to the downside, a retracement bounce to the 61.8 fib is still possible, and then an uptrend continuation. But if it were to break below that fib, then I do think that the euro dollar just probably topped out here and could be making a bit more bearish retracement than expected. So my line in the sand really is a long-term moving average here with the 61.8 for the immediate upside. And if there were to be a little bit of a bearish break, what I'm really expecting is the bullish break, and I think that the target is 119.14, 119.25. Or, of course, even an extension up to 119.80 and a 120 round level. So, for the moment, bullish, but if it does break below this 61.8, then I am cautious with that bullishness and might be, seeing a bit bigger retracement than expected. We are in an uptrend at this moment on the euro dollar, you can see, but the question is this an A, B, C, or a 1, 2, 3 rather, like this? And is this a wave 4? All right, so that's why it is important that price doesn't go too deep. Otherwise, this is not, that likely of a wave 4 anymore. All right, and maybe this is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, but an ABC, and price might start to make some downside. If we take a look at the daily chart, we do see that there was a breakout like this, and on the weekly chart, you can see that well, now we cannot see the weekly candle too well, but okay, let's do it like this. We have a bullish candle. So ultimately, this is a bullish structure, bullish candles, 2 in a row, bullish breakout on the weekly and daily. So therefore, a continuation seems likely. We can put a fib on this this weekly candle. Now let's zoom into the daily chart. And basically something, let's see, yeah, all right. And something probably doesn't add up there. I think it must be this indeed. All right. And we can see that 23.6 fib, no, wait, that's around here, 117.50 / 117.30. Indeed, that's probably what we would expect as a max then before we could get that upside continuation. All right, this could be the break pullback continuation. And let's see if that holds or not, or if that pattern basically fails. That's the main question. I think it should hold at least to test 120, and then we'll have to see if it expands beyond that, of course, if it really is a major uptrend, or if we get some kind of bigger range like this, that is still possible. But for the moment, this upside to me seems pretty likely. So let's see if we get that this week. All right, that wraps up the video for today. Take a look at elitecurrency.com for more free material and analysis, and see you soon. Cheers.